I think there's a misconception about this Ohio State team when you talk about the $20 million roster and what that actually bought you.
Yeah.
Sure, they went out and got pieces that showed up incredibly big today for them, like Judkins, obviously like Will Howard. But a good chunk of that $20 million was actually to retain the players that were already on the team. So the foundation was built. They talked about the redemption story as well of this Ohio State team. You go back to the Michigan loss, Scoob, that may be the best thing that actually happened to this team this year.
Yeah, those reports about what the team had to do after that loss, they basically had a coming to Jesus moment where they had a team meeting. Everyone really had to kind of accept what had just happened to them and then look forward to what was the national championship game and say, hey, we have 4 more games together, all right? 4 more games together to play as a team. Let's make sure we get 4 games and play hard in those 4 games. And then what do they do when they start in the college football playoff? They smack Tennessee. And then the next game against Oregon, in a game that we expected to be back and forth and really close, they end up smacking them. And just the way that they have been able to pick things up and get back on track is a testament to the leadership in that locker room, which is Travion Henderson, which is Jack Sawyer, which is Caleb Downs getting transferred in, right? All those guys played a huge part in this Ohio State team, Matt, to win the national championship. And I see the YouTube chat talking about, oh, Michigan, yeah, we still owe you, Ohio State. That's cool. But hey, Ohio State won the championship, and that is still something that Ohio State fans can celebrate tonight, knowing that it is big dub time. Just take a look at social. Let's see what we got here. Last team to score a touchdown on each of the first 3 drives in the national championship game, Alabama in 2013 against who else?
Yeah, it didn't go that well. That was
Notre Dame. All right, Henderson and Judkins of the college version of Gibbs and Montgomery. I think that's true right there.
You know, and I actually think Alabama might have ran the exact same screen pass for a touchdown that we saw Jeremiah Smith run in that same game, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I got to go back and check that out. But I think
the tape.
Yeah, got to check the tape.
Yeah, yeah. Leaving Jeremiah Smith, mano y mano is not necessarily, it's not necessarily the greatest idea, I would say now, right?
If it pays off for him.
And it didn't. It's crazy to think how much has changed over the last 7 weeks or so, too. And I go back to the Michigan loss, but you go from losing that game and the sky is falling out from underneath them.
I mean, was it, or is it just,
the perception certainly was on the
of course,
outside.
the fan base is tough on Ryan Day.
Especially when you lose that way with the fight and then the way Ryan Day kind of handled it. It just didn't look good
But now Ryan Day goes back to Columbus as one of only 3 active coaches with a national championship. I believe he's the winningest active coach currently.
87% of his games.
87% of his games.
Right.
If the criticism of Ryan Day after the Ohio State loss to Michigan was validated, then the credit should also be there for how he dealt with everything, the adversity, and bringing his team together and cultivating them and helping them win a national championship.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He deserves all the credit in the world. I mean, if we're going to give all the blame to him when they struggle, all right, then, hey, we got to hand this man his roses now.
Right.
Because no one did a better job of managing everything that was going on the outside world, even himself. We got to remember, too, I know at home we're all, this guy stinks, this coach is bad, what a terrible, they're human beings, people, right? It's tough to make these decisions. It's tough to play at a super high level in live action. I mean, it's not as easy as said, and if it was, a lot of you at home tweeting about it would be doing it. But the truth is that it's a tough game. Ryan Day did a great job galvanizing the troop. The senior-led group came together themselves. They think very highly of this man as a head coach. And you know what? They got it done, and they deserve that credit. And Sam, like, I know the $20 million thing is a topic that gets brought up. I don't give a damn because they're not doing anything else. I mean, Michigan, you just paid $13 million to recruiters in high school.
That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, you're supposed to do that.
This is just the world that we live in now. And they're just playing good business.
Yeah.
And the business for them is winning. Now, hey, no doubt the Michigan thing is an issue for them internally, but you are a national champion. You are the best team in the country, and Michigan will have to wait a whole nother year before they get another shot at you and another shot at the national championship. But, Ryan Day, credit to him. Just can't say enough good things about just how to overcome the criticism that way as a leader and as a head coach.